Hello and welcome to Talk About It Tuesday. We have a Q&A session today with Barbara from Lincolnshire Partnership Foundation Trust. Barbara, would you like to just kind of introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about you first?
Okay. Hello. My name's Barbara Keogh. I'm team manager within Steps2Change, which is an part of an IAPT service, improving access to psychological therapies. I cover the Stamford and Spalding teams.
Okay, brilliant, thank you. So I've got a series of questions to ask you. So this is about Steps2Change, because obviously we've got really good relationships within the local community, but it's just we wanted to get a little bit more information out there for our students. So first question, is it face-to-face?
Yes, we can provide face-to-face appointments. Although we have found that a lot of people who are working with us have found the telephone and online consultations and the treatment options a better experience from them. We've had feedback from people that stated they'd had face-to-face before, but actually found the telephone therapy more supportive as they were able to be more open and discuss their symptoms and issues. So it surprised us, but people are responding really well to telephone and online therapy.
Okay, that's good. How long is the waiting list?
We have targets we manage and regularly monitor and review them to ensure that people can be seen as soon as possible. So it's quite difficult to specify a waiting time as it varies. The overriding majority of people are seen within 29 days of entering the service.
Brilliant, thank you. What services do they offer?
Okay, so we offer talking therapies to support mild to moderate mental health issues. We provide a range of psychoeducational therapies and can signpost to relevant agencies if people's needs can't be met by Steps2Change. Within the treatment options, we provide psychoeducational groups, computerized CBT, guided self-help, and online digital options. These options are very effective for the majority of people who come to our service, but if further therapy is required, then we can offer cognitive behavioural therapy, interpersonal therapy, counselling for depression, counselling for couples with depression, and more intensive group therapy.
Okay, thank you. What is CBT?
So CBT is cognitive behavioural therapy. In a nutshell, it looks at how our thoughts, feelings and behaviours interact with each other. Often our thoughts can become affected due to situations and experiences that we've encountered, and this can impact on how we behave and how we feel. So by understanding that process, we can then change either the way we behave, feel or think to improve our overall well-being.
Thank you. How does the online CBT work?
Okay, so initially, if you're provided with computerized CBT, you're set up with a computer program that you work through with the support of the therapist. These are adhere to the NICE guidelines, and each week you complete the set modules and the homework to facilitate the change that you're seeking to make in how you feel. This is reviewed with the therapist, who will support and encourage you throughout that process.
Okay, thank you. What are the different stages I will go through?
Okay, so from the initial referral, which you can do yourself, either online via our website or through your GP, we triage the referral to confirm that we are the right service for you. You're then contacted to arrange an assessment appointment. The assessments are done by telephone and take about 45 minutes to complete. You will be asked to complete some online questionnaires before the assessment appointment, and these will continue to be completed each time you have a contact with one of our therapists, so that both you and the therapist can monitor the progress that you're making. During the assessment process itself, you'll be asked questions about the reasons you've referred to us, and working collaboratively with the therapist, you'll be allocated to a treatment that will support your recovery. Once treatment commences, again, you will complete the questionnaires prior to the session and work through the treatment plan. There will be an expectation that you complete work between the sessions so that you get the full benefit of therapy. The appointments are weekly and you'll be started at what we call Step 2. As mentioned earlier, the majority of people who come to Steps2Change recover at this stage of treatment and are discharged. For those, however, who require further support, we will discuss this with you and step you up for either cognitive behavioural therapy, interpersonal therapy, counselling for depression, couples counselling for depression, or group work. Again, these sessions will require the completion of the questionnaires prior to the session. They are held weekly and usually take about an hour, and they're delivered by our high intensity therapists. So again, working in collaboration with them, you'll continue to have work to do between the sessions. And once that's completed and you're in recovery, then you're discharged from Steps2Change.
Brilliant, thank you. Will I have someone to call if I'm finding things difficult?
Okay, so we are a service for mild to moderate mental health issues, and we will discuss this with you at the initial assessment. A risk management plan will be put in place, which will advise you where to seek support if you are finding things more difficult. And of course, you can speak to your therapist to discuss your concerns during your session.
Okay, brilliant, thank you. What happens when I finish? Can I come back through Steps2Change more than once?
Absolutely. You'll be discharged with a plan that you've worked on with your therapist on how to maintain the progress that you've made. We are aware, though, that sometimes things change and further support is required. So we would normally ask that you work on the strategies and techniques that you've developed for the first 3 months after discharge. But if you then felt that you needed further support, you can refer back to us. That's not a problem.
Brilliant, thank you. Will I have to speak if I'm in a group?
So at Step 2, the groups do not require you to talk. They're very much psychoeducational. However, you may find the experience more enriching if you did want to join in. At Step 3, it is found that the more that you do interact, which isn't necessarily talking, the more that you will get from the therapy in itself.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah. Can I call them if I don't understand something with regards to the online CBT?
Yes, you can leave a message with the admin team and they will get the clinician to contact you either at the next session or, if required, in between when they've got some free time.
Brilliant, thank you. I struggle to get on myself to log on to the online CBT. Would they offer me something else?
We provide support for people to access CCBT, but if you are struggling, then of course we can look at the other options that are available, because the priority is for you to access support when you need it.
Okay. I accessed it last year, so can I have it again?
Yes, if you feel that you would benefit from further support from Steps2Change, I would say yes, please do refer back to us. And again, you can do that online or through your GP.
I really struggle in groups. Can I ask for a one-to-one?
As I said previously, yeah, I mean, in discussion with at the assessment, it is a collaborative process. So if you want to have one-to-one, just have a talk with us and we'll see what we can do.
Okay, brilliant, thank you. What can they help me with?
Okay, so as above, we work with people with anxiety, depression, health anxiety, OCD, some forms of eating disorder, and post-traumatic stress disorder. So a whole range of mild to moderate mental health issues.
Brilliant, thank you. Okay, and how long can they support me for?
So as above, we are a short-term service, so we work with you to look at your needs and how those are being met. So it's not a long-term service.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Do you refer on to other services?
Yes, so if there is a need to be referred to other services, for example, if you've got more severe mental health issues, then we would refer you on to those other services within LPFT. If you have problems with an addiction to either alcohol or recreational drugs, we would talk to you about that to see whether we could work with you in the first place, or whether that would be a barrier and whether we'd need to signpost you to, for example, We Are With You, who are the local alcohol and drug support service.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you so much, Barbara. Thank you for this. I really, really appreciate you joining me today.
No problem at all. Thank you.